Outside evidence. Use at least one additional piece of specific historical evidence relevant to an argument about the prompt. Here's the 3 things you need to do for your outside evidence. What is it? What's the purpose? What are its effects? How does it answer your prompt? Okay, an unexplained piece of evidence would be something like this. FDR worked to get people back to work with the creation of jobs through legislation like the Works Progress Administration. Okay, well that's great, but you need more. Okay, explained evidence. FDR worked to get people back to work with the creation of jobs through legislation like the Works Progress Administration. The WA built bridges, oh my gosh, roads, airports, blah, 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 even hired people. This program eventually employed millions of people and helped the economy recover while effectively addressing one of the causes of the Great Depression, unemployment. All right, so that is what you need to get that outside evidence point. And if you use a second piece of outside evidence, you can get 2 points. Okay, so there's a big difference there between this unexplained evidence and this explained evidence. Right, this is just saying a thing. Right, this is explaining what it was, what it's, we're building bridges, we're employing people to paint murals and write histories and perform in plays. What are its effects? It employed millions of people and helped the economy. How does it relate to the prompt? It fixed one of the causes of the Great Depression, unemployment. Right, so it took what, 1, 2, 3 sentences to do that. All right, so that's what you want to do with your outside evidence. So now again, if we just go back to this rubric quick. Good thesis gets you a point. Context can get you a point. Use 4 documents and that gets you 2 points. Explain in a simple fashion what the document is. That gets you another point. Use 2 pieces of outside evidence like we just talked about. Well explained back to your argument. That's going to get you 2 points. Get some in-depth analysis of a document with either its point of view, its audience, its historical situation. That's going to get you a point. Remember, you only have to do one of these things. POV, situation, audience. You only have to do one, not all 3. All right, and then just have basically a good, well-written paper, and that's your 10th point. Okay, so that's some feedback. Hopefully this makes a little bit more sense now, like what this rubric means and how you can do all this stuff. Okay, this feedback is online on the topics page for the 2020 AP test info, so that way you can go in and you can look at it. All right, so try not to go too far over 45 minutes. Make sure that you take some time to break down the prompt, know what you're actually being asked, brainstorm some info, make a thesis, make an outline, and then stay focused and get in there. Okay. One other general thing too, when you're talking about legislation, and there's like a lot of legislation for the Great Depression, write it all the way out first, Works Progress Administration, and then you can go WPA every time thereafter. Okay, but write it out in full the first time. All right, like same thing if you were going to talk about like the FDIC. Right? First call it the Federal Deposit Insurance Company, and then you can call it the FDIC every time thereafter. So there's some feedback on your DBQ. All right, put some of this to use and just do a little bit better than you did last time, and you'll be in good shape. All right, you can definitely do this. Don't overthink it. You're just writing an essay and using some documents and using my feedback that I just gave you to get better at it. All right, good job. If you have any questions, shoot me a message in Teams, shoot me an email. Always here to help.